Now we have already completed the different types of solids, unit cells, and which are the different type of crystal lattices, the 14 Bravais lattices, all we have completed. Now we will next go to the close packing. Now what is close packing? We consider the constituent atoms as spheres and how effectively spheres can be closely packed without much gaps in between. If the volume of percentage of volume occupied by the spheres is very high, then that close packing is the most effective one. Now we will first come to one-dimensional close packing. One-dimensional close packing. This is one dimension, either along the length or breadth we arrange the spheres. This is one-dimensional close packing. Now we will come to two-dimensional close packing. Now see, two-dimensional close packing, what we can do is we can keep the spheres like this. Then the second row comes as in the first row. We keep them just aside. Then third row also just as the first one. So if this is the A layer, this is also A layer and this is also A layer. Similarly, we are keeping the same way. As the first row of spheres is placed, we keep the second row, then the third row in the same way. ഒന്നാമത്തെ റോ വെച്ചു, അതേപോലെ തന്നെ രണ്ടാമത്തെ റോയിൽ വെക്കുന്നു. അതുകൊണ്ട് നമ്മൾ ഇതിനെ A ടൈപ്പ്, എല്ലാം ഒരേപോലെയാണ് വെച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത്. Now here you see, if you connect the centers of adjacent spheres, you get a square. So this is called a square close packing. Square close packing in two dimension. Square close packing. Now in another way you can do is, you can place one row of spheres, that is A row. Now in the grooves of the A spheres, we keep the second row in the grooves of the first row. Here also we do the same thing as A. So the second layer we say it is B layer. That is A layer spheres vechu adinte gap like grooves like spheres vekkumayilla gap undu adinathe keti B layer vekkunnu. Pinne third layer vanna as A adhe pole thanne vekkunnu. Pinne adinte grooves like B vekkunnu. Ingane arrange cheyunu. If we connect the spheres of centers of the spheres of the adjacent one, we get a hexagon. So this is called a hexagonal close packing. Hexagonal close packing in two dimension. So this is hexagonal close packing in two dimension. This is square close packing in two dimension. Looking at that, which is more effective? How can you say which is more effective? The higher the volume occupied by the spheres, or lesser volume occupied the voids, the gaps. Here we can see that hexagonal close packing is more effective than square close packing because the gaps are less here. This is called a hexagonal close packing. Now this is in two dimension, and so hexagonal close packing in two dimension is more effective than the square close packing in two dimension. So this is the two-dimensional close packing. That is, lengthwise and breadthwise we have arranged the spheres. Now over this we are keeping the second layer. That is called a three-dimensional close packing. Three-dimensional close packing. Now first you take the square close packing. In square close packing, we are keeping the spheres over this layer. Over this layer, as in the first layer, we keep the second layer of spheres. Then that is A layer, at the A layer, pinane A layer, pinane A layer, ingane oro layer right A type. That is in square close packing. Square packing in two dimension. Adinte mollekku nammal third layer we are keeping as in the first layer. First layer എങ്ങനെയാണോ നമ്മൾ ഈ A വെച്ചിട്ടാണ് first layer. ഇതിന്റെ മുകളിലേക്ക് നമ്മൾ spheres വെക്കാണ് A യിൽ എങ്ങനെയാണോ വെച്ചത്, A layer ആദ്യത്തെ ലെയറിൽ വെച്ചത് അതേപോലെ നമ്മൾ ഇതിന്റെ മുകളിൽ സ്ഫിയേഴ്സ് വെക്കുന്നു. In that case, you get a close packing in two-dimensional that will lead to a simple cubic lattice or primitive cell, unit cell. That is, the atoms will be occupying only at the corners. So, square close packing, if you are keeping a level, we get a simple cubic lattice. Now, you take hexagonal close packing. That this is the first layer, that is a layer, and out of this you keep the now second layer. Second layer, what we do is, here we will keep the layers like this. Like this we will keep the layer, the second layer. Now, when you do like this, the second layer, but we can see that in some cases, these voids will be closed. The voids get closed in the second layer. That is, one trigonal void is there. Over that, trigonal void is formed like this. Over this, we keep the next layer. So it is closed. Then this layer we kept. Then we kept a B layer over this. That is, in the groups of the first one we kept a B layer. Then AB type of close packing we get. Again we keep a third layer. That is, A layer vechu. Adinte groups like nammal B layer vechu. Ennattu A layer engane vecho adhe pole thanne nammal veendum adutha layer vekkunnu. That means AB type of close packing in 3 dimension. This is 2 dimension I am talking about. The next layer, അടുത്തത് രണ്ടാമത്തെ അട്ടിയാണ് നമ്മൾ വെക്കുന്നത്. ഒരു ലെയർ വെച്ചു, അതിൻ്റെ മുകളിലേക്ക് നമ്മൾ അടുത്ത ലെയർ വെക്കുകയാണ്. എങ്ങനെ വെക്കും? ഫസ്റ്റ് ലെയർ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നതിൻ്റെ ഇതിൻ്റെ ഈ ലെയർ, ഇത് 2 dimensional ക്ലോസ് പാക്ക്, ഇതിൻ്റെ മുകളിലേക്ക് നമ്മൾ ഇതിൻ്റെ ഗ്രൂപ്പ്സിലേക്ക് ഓരോ സ്ഫിയേഴ്സ് ആയിട്ട് വെക്കുന്നു. മനസ്സിലായല്ലോ? ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് കോൾഡ് ബി ലെയർ. പിന്നെ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നു? എ ലെയർ വെച്ചതുപോലെ തന്നെ വീണ്ടും വെക്കുന്നു. അതായത് ഈ ഫസ്റ്റ് ലെയർ, ഇപ്പോൾ കാണിച്ചിരുന്ന ഈ ലെയർ വെച്ചതുപോലെ ബി ലെയറിൽ വെക്കുന്നു. പിന്നെ അതിൻ്റെ മുകളിൽ വീണ്ടും ബി ലെയർ വെക്കുന്നു. ഇങ്ങനെ എ ബി ടൈപ്പ് ക്ലോസ് പാക്കിംഗ് ഇൻ 3 dimension. That is called cubic close packing. It is called cubic close packing in 3 dimension. You will get a cubic close packing in 3 dimension. That is called the AB type of close packing. Then, now one more thing is, അങ്ങനെ close packing എല്ലാം വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ we can see that in some cases the trigonal voids formed here. Over this we are keeping the second layer. എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നു? ഈ trigonal close packing get closed. അപ്പോൾ ഈ ആലോചിച്ചപ്പോൾ 3 സ്ഫിയർ താഴെ, 1 മുകളിൽ, അതിനെല്ലാത്തിൻ്റെയും സെന്റേഴ്സ് നമ്മൾ കണക്ട് ചെയ്താൽ we get a tetrahedron. So this void formed here we called tetrahedral void. The tetrahedral void is formed. So this will be a tetrahedral void. അപ്പോൾ 3 സ്ഫിയേഴ്സ് വന്നു, അതിൻ്റെ മുകളിൽ ഒരു സ്ഫിയർ വന്നാൽ ട്രൈഗണൽ വോയിഡ്, ആദ്യത്തെ ലെയറിലുണ്ടായ ട്രൈഗണൽ വോയിഡ് ക്ലോസ് ചെയ്ത് പോയാൽ we get a tetrahedral void. ഇനി അല്ലാതെ ഈ ഫസ്റ്റ് ലെയറിലുണ്ടായിരുന്ന ട്രൈഗണൽ വോയിഡിന്റെ മുകളിൽ സെക്കൻഡ് ലെയറിൽ വരുന്ന ട്രൈഗണൽ വോയിഡ് വരിക. അതായത് 2 എണ്ണം വന്നു, അതിൽ ഒരു സ്ഫിയർ, then next sphere we get a void here. ഒരു void ഉണ്ട്. ആ voidലേക്ക് അടുത്ത ലെയറിന്റെ എന്ത് വരുന്നു? ട്രൈഗണൽ വോയിഡ് വന്നു കഴിഞ്ഞു. ഇങ്ങനെ അടുത്ത ലെയറിന്റെ ട്രൈഗണൽ വോയിഡ് ഇതിന്റെ മുകളിൽ തന്നെ വരും. അപ്പോൾ താഴെ ഒരു ട്രൈഗണൽ വോയിഡ്, മുകളിൽ ഒരു ട്രൈഗണൽ വോയിഡ്. ഇത് രണ്ടും ഒരേപോലെ വന്നു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് എന്ത് കിട്ടും? ഇതിന്റെ സെന്റേഴ്സ് എല്ലാം കൂടെ, ഈ സ്ഫിയേഴ്സിന്റെ എല്ലാ സെന്റേഴ്സും കണക്ട് ചെയ്താൽ we get an octahedron. Then such a void is called octahedral void. Octahedral void. we get an octahedral wall. മനസ്സിലായല്ലോ? അപ്പോൾ എ ടൈപ്പ് വെച്ചു, എ ലെയർ ആണ് ഇത്, ഫസ്റ്റ് ലെയർ വെച്ചു, അതിന്റെ ഗ്യാപ്പിലേക്ക് നമ്മൾ ബി ലെയർ വെച്ചു, വീണ്ടും എ ലെയർ വെക്കുന്നു, പിന്നെ വീണ്ടും ബി ലെയർ റിപ്പീറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നു. Then it is called AB type close packing in 3 dimension. Now adile nammal endha parayunnathu cubic, such type of close packing is called cubic close packing. And when you do such 3-dimensional way, we get 2 different types of voids. If the trigonal voids of the first layer is closed by the spheres of the second layer, we get tetrahedral void, because if you connect the centers of the spheres, then we get a tetrahedron. So that void formed is called tetrahedral void. മറ്റു കേസിൽ എന്ത് പറ്റും? ഈ ഫസ്റ്റ് ലെയറിൽ ഉണ്ടാകുന്ന ട്രൈഗണൽ വോയിഡിന് മുകളിലേക്ക് സെക്കൻഡ് ലെയറിൻ്റെയും ട്രൈഗണൽ വോയിഡ് വരും. അതായത് അപ്പം നമുക്ക് എന്തിനാ 6 സ്ഫിയേഴ്സ് ആ വോയിഡിന് ചുറ്റുമുണ്ട്. Then we call it as an octahedral void. Octa means 8, but 8 corners will be there. Sorry, 8 sides will be there. The corners will be only 6. We have studied last year. This is an octahedron. Like this it comes. An octahedron. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6 corners only. 8 sides are there. That is why it is called octahedron. But only 6 corners. So if you connect the spheres, the centers of the spheres, you get an octahedron. So this is called an octahedral void. So when you pack like this, close packing, you get both tetrahedral and octahedral voids. Now this is AB type close packing. Now I kept A layer, first layer. Over the grooves I kept B layer. Again, in the grooves of the B layer I keep the third layer. That is called the C layer. So one layer idupole vechu, hexagonal close packing la 2 dimension. Adinte modalle adinte groove like nammal B layer vechu. Adinte modalle nammal oru third layer vekkana, adinteyum grooves like, that is C layer. That is ABC type of close packing. A layer vechu, adinte modal B layer vechu, adinte groups like where third layer vekkunu, then it is called ABC. Again A layer is repeating, then B layer is repeating, then C layer. This is called ABC type of close packing, and it is called hexagonal close packing, 3-dimensional. Hexagonal close packing in 3-dimensional. Close packing in 3 dimension, 3D. It is called hexagonal close packing in 3 dimension. Understood? So you keep A layer, over the grooves of the A layer you keep the B layer, again in the grooves of the B layer you keep the C layer. വീണ്ടും റിപ്പീറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നു, A layer വയ്ക്കുന്നു, B layer വയ്ക്കുന്നു, C layer വയ്ക്കുന്നു. So ABC type of close packing. The close packing obtained like this is called hexagonal close packing in 3 dimension. When in such a fashion, if the close spheres are arranged, you get hexagonal close packing, that is equivalent to FCC, face centered cubic structure. Understood? You get an FCC. See, both these AB type of close packing in 3 dimension and ABC type of close packing, they are equally effective, because the less percentage of empty voids. Understood? So this is about the close packing. Now, so in the 1 dimension he keeps the spheres. In 2 dimension there are 2 different types of close packing, that is square close packing and hexagonal close packing in 2 dimension. In square close packing we keep A line, a row, then same A row will be repeated, and if you connect the centers of the spheres you get a square, and so you call it as square close packing, but a lot of voids will be there. Now if in A layer is kept, a row is kept, then in the grooves of the A we row the spheres, we keep the B, then again A, again B, like that. If AB type of this is repeated. If you connect the centers, you get a hexagon. So this is called a hexagonal close packing. Now, 3-dimensional, if you go, you take square close packing. Over this, you keep the same layer, A close packing. A layer you kept again over that A layer, again over that A layer, like that A type. That is a square close packing, which is not that effective. Then there you get a simple cubic lattice. Now, if you take hexagonal 2-dimensional close packing and over that, you keep another layer in the grooves of the spheres of A. A groups like a layer that is called B layer. A layer which layer which within groups like the spheres which B layer, then A layer again, that is AB type of close packing. There you get cubic close packing. Any A layer which B layer which adinte group like nammal veendum layer vekkunnu, it is called C layer. ABC type of close packing. Then you get an ABC type is called hexagonal close packing, and both are equally effective. Then after this type of close packing, sadharanayittu close packing that ingane space cheyunnengil we get FCC. Now, when you arrange spheres like this, you get voids, that is empty space in between. Mainly there are two different types of voids. If the trigonal voids of the first layer is closed by the spheres of the second layer, that is that is this is the first layer, this is the second layer. So the trigonal void of the first layer is closed by the sphere of the second layer. It is closed, so we call it as a tetrahedral void, because when the spheres are connected we get a tetrahedron, then we call it as a tetrahedral void. Then tetrahedral voids, trigonal voids of the first layer, the trigonal voids of the second layer comes, you get an octahedral void, because if you connect we get an octahedral, we call it as an octahedral void. So both the tetrahedral and octahedral voids will be there in a close packing. That doesn't mean in certain cases it will be trigonal, in tetrahedral, in some cases it is octahedral. It's not like that. The two different types of voids will be there in a close packing. Either it is hexagonal close packing or if it is cubic close packing, these type of voids will be there. That is tetrahedral voids and octahedral voids. Now, if there are both tetrahedral and octahedral voids formed, if you are arranging n number of spheres, then there will be 2n number of tetrahedral voids. And n number of octahedral voids. Octahedral voids. So, if you arrange n spheres in close packing, there will be 2n number of tetrahedral voids and n number of octahedral voids. So, usually when you talk about these solids, sodium chloride, that is ionic solids, usually the cations are smaller and anions are bigger. So anions will form the CC, cubic close packing or hexagonal close packing. They will form the close packing. And the cations occupy the voids. The cations will be occupying the voids. So finding out the number of voids occupied, you can find out the formula of the compound. For example, if a compound, in a compound that is made up of two ions X and Y, X and Y. Y is anion and X is cation. If X occupy, the cation occupy half of the tetrahedral voids. It occupies half of the tetrahedral voids. What is the formula of the compound? So, if suppose n spheres are arranged, so there are n Y anions, then how many tetrahedral voids will be there? 2n tetrahedral voids will be there. But only half of that is occupied. That means n number octahedral voids are there and n number spheres are there. So the formula is xn, yn, and since both are same number, it is xy. The formula of the compound is xy. Suppose they say the cations occupy 2/3 of the octahedral voids. 2/3 of the octahedral voids and anions form the closed bracket. So that means if there are n spheres, there will be n octahedral voids. But only 2/3 is occupied. So that means into 2/3. Then if you take the ratio, it will be 2/3 is to 1. But we cannot write like this as a fraction. So multiply both the with 3 to remove the fraction. You get 2, then here 3. So if there are 2x, there will be 3y. The formula is x2 y3. This is the formula of that compound. So you can find out the formula of a compound if you know how far the voids are occupied.